12 months, if you look at their performances, their results, Han Yue's had some bigger results than Yamaguchi, and that head-to-head I think is also key, because whilst Yamaguchi's 6-3
at the World Tour Finals group stage, Han Yue won that in straight games too. In fact, all of Han Yue's wins, the 3 wins, have been straight games. You have to go back to the Japan Open last year when Yamaguchi last beat Han Yue. 18-21, 21-15, 21. Reached the quarterfinals twice at the World Championships. 2021, where she lost about the quarterfinals of a World Championship, but she's never been able to get past it. Unlike someone like Yamaguchi, who's eyeing her 4th straight semi-final.
Into finals of the World Tour Finals of the China Open. The Asian
Down to 2 courts, the conditions have changed a little bit because there are less people around, less courts, less players.
You just want to block, cross, the shuttle's moving, and it's potentially moving 4 to 6 inches left and right.
Yep.
To somebody like Yamaguchi is going to be very difficult to recover from. It's going to be slow, hard work for Han Yue to take this opening game from here.
She's missed it. She knows that the advantage lies firmly with her opponent at the moment.
Yes. Han Yue needs to get on the attack as soon as she can here and just start gaining some confidence in hitting the court.
Ooh, a little bit lucky with that.
But
get going here, Han Yue. Not seen very much, too many long rallies or sort of trying to force.
Yeah, mistakes coming off the racket from Han Yue, so the shots aren't there. But also, she looks slow to me. The movement speed is all a little laboured. She's not getting and recovering into the... She's 18-4 up.
But also, Wang Ji, who's such a good mover on the court.
To see the reaction at the coaching break in a moment's time, as Yamaguchi has an incredible amount of game point. You kind of just explode off the mark, get there, and then you sort of glide back into position, make sure you're on base at the right time.
With injuries, and that's not always obvious or known to people. And I wonder whether Han Yue is having some kind of concern with her movement.
Yeah, it might be right. Any kind of health issue. Spent a lot of time on that other side of the court, and that's a big learning curve and will have an impact in the decider if we get there.
It's mid-interval.
Yes, I was, and that also suggests that there's something else going on. That is, the more you're here, you're trying, do your best, you know, whatever. And that's all they can really say. Yamaguchi comes through comfortably. I'm interested to see what Han Yue says in the post-match interview in the mixed zone. And well, at least some of the points that Han Yue has won in this second game have been very sort of tricky shots, create. Has to be the longest rally we've seen.
Who's only just, be fair to say, found her groove. But singles is when you really see a lot more.
Yeah, and also there's far more higher lifts and clears in singles than in doubles. Doubles is such typically such a flat game, so much prep. So it is a lot easier to gauge in singles and in women's singles. Good shot down the line from the Chinese.
Still playing Yamaguchi.
Lovely. Good position there, however. Yamaguchi's one of those players that won't be fazed by that kind of thing. She'll still make it very difficult and find a way somehow to keep getting the shuttle back. Good rally. It's going in, is it? No. Here's after if she loses the opening game against a player in the top 20. Bearing in mind a lot of those players will be well below her in the rankings. She only wins the match
round in that point.
Yeah, well played, Yamaguchi. Oh, that's nice. Excellent. That is excellent from that position. Less than 10% of all the time she's been in that situation. Doesn't bode well for the Chinese from this position, but she is.
But this is much better second game.
Little backhand double action net shot. Wow. And a good recovery from the Chinese. Well played. Another error on the back line.
Oh, solid. There.
What defense from the Japanese. She's back in the rally.
She's still defending from a place in the semi-finals of Kani Yamaguchi. She's turned the second game too.
I think fitness or health is still a problem. That shot after that really long rally where she made a mess with that shot, it almost looked like she'd given up in terms of energy. We can't say that Han Yue has necessarily spent a lot of energy this week. She's had tough opponents. It's the world champs, of course. Had to beat the 14 seed Gao Fengjie in the round of 16.
She had a near perfect build-up to this tournament, Han Yue, China Open final, where she lost to Wang Ji. You talked about all the other finals she's made.
Look at Yamaguchi.
Right challenge.
It's a great save and a brilliant challenge. It looked good.
I beg your pardon, it was called out.
Yes.
I got carried away. 19 all. And, wow, can she convert?